Hello and welcome back to the channel, a second video in the same day, which is why I'm wearing the same Sunderland shirt. We have some breaking news. It's not a new centre-back, but it is Regis Le Bris signing a new contract at Sunderland until the summer of 2028. There was no questions about Reggie's future at Sunderland. This isn't, one of them where we're trying to ward off competition. I think this is just a statement that Sunderland are on this a path with Reggie, and he's going to be the guy to lead us for this season. I think as well it would stop any speculation if we were to have a rough start of the season or have rough spells that you would be under any pressure. I think the club are very much saying that, what we have now in terms of sporting director with Christian Speakman there, Stuart Harvey, Regis Le Bris, it's all about, building up this football club. And I think this is really, really good news for obviously Regis Le Bris. He's probably got himself a nice pay rise with that. But it's also really good news for Sunderland fans, and it's good news for the club. It just gives everyone that little bit of stability. And I think as well, if you're assessing Le Bris' year at Sunderland, he's came in with pretty limited expectations. A lot of people were expecting Sunderland to not do that great, in the coming season. For the season, last season, where we ended up getting promoted. But most people were pretty low on Sunderland after finishing 16th the year before. We had the Mike Dodds era, the McBeal era and all that. And Le Bris came in and he just calmed everything down, didn't he? He just made sure that everyone was singing from the same hymn sheet. It wasn't, brazen. It wasn't controversial. He wasn't saying things in press conferences to rile people up. It was calm, it was measured, and it was sensible. And I think we saw the fruits of that at Sunderland, because Sunderland can be a chaotic club, and we've benefited in the past from having managers like, Mick McCarthy and Roy Keane, and those managers who have strong personalities often do well at Sunderland. And I'm not saying Le Bris doesn't have a strong personality, but he isn't as out there, he isn't as brazen. He's much more calm and collective, and he has, he doesn't get too high with the wins and he doesn't get too low with the defeats. And I think that's what Sunderland, to be honest, needs. And I think it's what the fan base needs after so many years where it was basically just constantly ups and downs. You think back to when even Roy Keane came in, we were bottom of the league, and then Keane comes in and we end up on this crazy run for promotion. And then we have other times after that where there's great escapes, and we're constantly up and down, and with the feeling that change of managers change results. And hopefully this is a sign that, Regis Le Bris is committed to Sunderland, which he clearly is. It shows the club's committed to him. And it shows that, we can sort of move on, hopefully, from the era of chopping and change of managers. So I think this is a big tick in the box for Sunderland, and I'm really, really happy to see that Reggie signed a new deal at the club. And it means that, we head into the new season with no doubts about the manager. Not that we really did, but it's just good to have that one ticked off. And I think going forward, all we need to see as fans now is, a couple more signings just to shore up the team, and we need to bring in centre-backs to help us look Premier League ready, and that needs to be the focus now. But yeah, just a quick video, just wanted to react to the news that Le Bris has signed a new deal, and we'll be back hopefully within the next 24 hours to talk about a new transfer. So please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.